Welcome back, everyone, to some more World of Tanks. Today we have Jonathan playing in the Bourrasque. Yes, this is probably the third, I think, Bourrasque replay I've featured since the channel came back. Yeah, I guess that's just because it's a good tank. I've enjoyed playing it. Seems like other people enjoy playing it. My buddies I play with occasionally like playing it. So, hey, why not some more Bourrasque, I suppose, right? Also, yes, you will have noticed by now, I'm sure, that this video is in the ultra-wide format. Sorry, not sorry, I don't know, however you feel about it, it's happening. It's not happening to every video, though. There'll be a few that have it like this, but I'm going to try to stick with the 1920 by 1080 thing. To be honest, it's happening this reason because, well, let's say complications with the recent World of Tanks update and the timing of me recording this and everything. Anyway, carrying on. So Jonathan here is going to show us a very good battle in the Bourrasque. Better than most people would like to have, as most of these replays I show you tend to be, right? So he started out going up the middle of the map right away. He's peeking out a little bit, maybe taking a bit of a risk, but relying on his camo, relying on his view range, which according to the mini-map looks like it's pretty darn good, and he's seeing if he can spot anything out, such as, for example, that ELC even 90 down there. Maybe he can get a sneaky shot on that one. Perhaps not. No, guess not. He feels, I guess, that he has better targets that he can shoot at. He is loading some standard rounds, though. Maybe that's part of the method to his madness. And hey, look, an E25. That's a pretty soft target. And this second shot, how did that second shot hit? What? Excuse me? I mean, I'm not the E25, so I don't care. But if I was the E25 and I saw that shot from Jonathan's perspective, I would be just a tiny bit upset. So now Jonathan's going to see if he can get a shot at that even 90 again. Is he actually going to fire it at this time? Yes. Oh, got the unlucky hit on just the track. And can he make up for it on that one? Yeah, more or less. He hit the track again, but at least he did some damage this time. Also tracked the ELC even 90 in place. Maybe his allies can take it out, but it doesn't look promising. So no assistance damage for you today, Jonathan. Sorry about your luck. Now, what is his next victim going to be? Is that E25 still sticking around? If I were that E25, I would not be. I'd be on the other side of the map or something by now. I probably would have turned around and drove away from that spot, not even knowing where I was going to go, and just been, you know what? Nah, I'm done with this battle. And now, here we have, here we don't have an enemy Panther M10. Never mind. Cancel that thought right there. Anyone else coming around that corner? There is I think it's a setter over there, just out of view range, but looks like he's not going to come around the corner. He's not going to make the same mistake that Panther M10 made, that's for sure. Or is he? Jonathan only has one shell ready at this point, and you know there's still those issues with no camo. Oh, hello there, Panther. Didn't really expect you to push up at that point in time, but I mean, I can't say I'm terribly surprised at the same time. Does that make sense? No? Yeah? Sure. I mean, I guess it does make sense. Look at the mini-map. You've got the Panther that pushed up in the middle versus our ELC even 90 that's down there dealing with a setter right now. That part of the map, that eastern flank of the map, our team is looking very light on. And I must say, looking at the mini-map now too, the southern flank here, with the rest of Jonathan's allies here, are not looking too great on either. Jonathan has now found an enemy vehicle to take out pretty much on his own. That's no longer an issue. That's going to help the odds a little bit. An SU-152K has appeared. Let's not take a hit from that massive gun. And the SU is sitting in the middle of the map there, as Jonathan has spotted as well. And, ooh, he just manages to dodge that shot. Looks like the SU missed by a fair bit of distance there, but Jonathan has decided, I'm out of here. I'm not doing this 3 versus 2. And it looks like the other flank, a lower down flank, is going to fall as well. And, of course, the cap circle is under threat too. So, what does Jonathan do in this kind of situation? Well, you'll see. That's the short answer. The long answer is, I'm not giving you a long answer. The long answer is watch the rest of the replay. So the short answer and the long answer are the same. Take that for a great explanation. 2 shots. Yep, 2 shots into the ISU-152K. He has 750 alpha. Bourrasque can almost do 750 with its 2 rounds there. So, ooh. You just bump your allied artillery before you fired. I mean, it looks like he at least stunned the enemy, but I'd be a little bit upset about that. What about that tank destroyer? He looks like he's 2-shottable. Oh, 1 shot and on fire. Yeah, for sure. Definitely 2-shottable now. 1 magazine, another kill. That puts him to 3 kills so far and almost 4,000 damage. 1 more shot should get him over 4,000 damage. And now his base is being captured. What's he going to do about it? It's a Panther. Is Jonathan spotted? Yes, he is. The camo on the Bourrasque wasn't quite enough to help him out that time around. Probably didn't help that the setter maybe was there poking around the corner. And I think those trees between him and the Panther, between Jonathan and the Panther, weren't quite enough to hide him either, which is unfortunate because the Bourrasque does have good camo. So, yeah, he could have hoped for better. And speaking of hoping for better, those two shells did not do what he wanted them to. He's keeping a very close eye on behind him too, because still that flank is very, very slowly falling. So that's going to be a problem very soon, which makes me wonder, what is Jonathan going to do? He can't afford to sit around and wait for the rest of his team to die and then be surrounded. He's got to do something with this Panther now without losing too many hit points. He hits Panther once, Panther hits him. He hits Panther a second time. That's 136 damage received and like 700 done. That's not a bad trade. I mean, I'll take that. Now what's the Panther going to do? The Panther must know that Jonathan is about to be finished reloading, and when he's reloading, he's going to come after him. Panther has left the cap circle. It looks like he's anticipating this. So what is the Panther really going to do? I mean, the Bourrasque is almost full hit points. Unless Jonathan misses both of these shots, which he's not going to, then that Panther had absolutely no chance. And Jonathan has the peace of mind, the awareness to save that second shot. And yeah, spoiler alert, that did actually hit and penetrate the King Tiger by looking at the after battle report. To save that second shell for another enemy just like that. And now look at the mini-map. That's looking even worse. That flank has, and is still, falling in slow motion. His platoon mate is the last one alive over there, aside from the artillery. And his platoon mate has gotten 3 kills of his own. Looks like he's not going to get his 4th, but Jonathan's going to make up for that now and take out that King Tiger. So, no more King Tiger to deal with. Just, 4 more enemy vehicles, including artillery. First one that looks like it's coming down straight at him is the Emil. The Emil is a reasonably scary vehicle, if you ask me. I think artillery just spotted him there. And Jonathan is going to slam on the brakes here and back up into this bush and try to use these bushes to both silently spot these enemy vehicles that might push around the corner and also use it as cover to hope that maybe his good camo rating can save him. And I think that the Bourrasque does have a good enough camo rating, depending on what equipment and crew this guy has on his vehicle, to, if used properly with those bushes, fire some shots into that Emil without getting himself spotted. I have very little doubt in that. I say very little doubt, but if it was me in the battle, I'd be doubting it very strongly and fearful of it. But looks like no one is smart enough, dumb enough to poke around that corner, brave enough to poke around that corner. I don't know which word to use. And now Jonathan is probably thinking, you know what, I haven't seen anybody in a while. They should be pushing down. They're not. What are they doing? Are they coming this way? And the answer to that is, hello, E25. Goodbye, E25. Alright, Jonathan going for the reload after firing only 1 shell. He does have a good amount of ammo left. That shouldn't be an issue. Only 3 enemy vehicles remaining. But he's at 6 kills. 3 more would make that 9. That's math. Can he do that? I mean, he's got lots of hit points for it. Can he finish the rest of these off? Well, he's now alone versus 3 enemies. And 1 shot into that SU, and he's trying to find that second shot into the SU. Can he find it? There's a slim one there. Can he place it? He does. Finishes off the SU. It's now Jonathan versus a 2-shot kill Emil as well as the enemy GW Panther. His odds are suddenly not looking too bad. It looked pretty terrible a minute ago, but now they're looking not too bad at all. And I really like what Jonathan's doing here. He's going wide around. He's racing the Emil to the corner, essentially, and he's going to try to use his bush to hide. If he had gotten here a little bit later than that Emil, he would have been spotted, and this would not have worked out so well for him. He puts 1 shot into the Emil, and the second one into the wall, into the side of the mountain, into the rocks. So now, luckily for Jonathan here, he has these rocks to hide behind. The Emil's not pushing him actively. The Emil should have, but didn't. I guess he's either a little bit afraid or not smart enough or doesn't know what the Bourrasque capabilities are. But now all Jonathan has to do is place one of these 2 shots that he has loaded into this Emil, just like that. And the Emil actually managed to do no damage to him. Unlucky for that guy. How often do you shoot a Bourrasque and do no damage? I mean, that must have been track only. I mean, I know it hit the track, but it must have only intercepted the track and not the hull itself. Now it's just a case of hunting down artillery. I'm sure Jonathan's feeling pretty comfortable right now. I don't think that artillery can realistically one-shot Jonathan short of an ammo rack. And there he is. There goes the last enemy. A very, very good battle. So, a quick recap. Jonathan managed to do 6,318 damage this battle. Not half bad at all. And picked up 9 kills. Very, very nice. And also noteworthy, Jonathan managed to pick up a Radley Walters medal, a crucial contribution, high caliber, of course Top Gun as well as getting himself the Mastery Badge Ace Tanker. Not too bad at all. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.